You think you know Aladdin, that charming street rat, the funny blue genie, the beautiful Princess Jasmine. Well, get ready, because the story you know and love is just a fairy tale. The original Aladdin is a much darker, stranger, and frankly, more scandalous story than Disney ever dared to show you. So, grab your magic carpets, because we're about to uncover the real origin of Aladdin. First, let us get one thing straight. The original Aladdin story wasn't even part of the original 1001 Nights, or Arabian Nights, as it's often called. It was added in the 18th century by a French translator named Antoine Galland, who claimed he heard it from a Syrian storyteller. And here's the first big twist. The story is unset in a fictional Arabian city like Agrabah. It's set in China. Yes, you heard that right. Aladdin was originally a Chinese boy. Now, let's talk about Aladdin himself. The Disney movie portrays him as a diamond in the rough, poor but kind-hearted. The original Aladdin, not so much. The story describes him as a lazy, disobedient troublemaker who spends his days playing in the streets, refusing to learn his father's trade as a tailor. He was such a disappointment that his father literally died of grief. So, not exactly the lovable hero we see on screen. Enter the villain. In the Disney movie we have the power-hungry Vizier Jafar. In the original tale, the villain is an evil sorcerer from Maghreb, which is in North Africa. He isn't the Sultan's advisor. He is a complete stranger who travels all the way to China pretending to be Aladdin's long-lost uncle. He tricks Aladdin's widowed mother with promises of making her son a wealthy merchant, all to gain her trust, his real goal, to get Aladdin to retrieve a magical oil lamp from a booby-trapped cave. The cave scene is similar, but the magic is different. When Aladdin gets trapped, he doesn't just have the lamp. The sorcerer had given him a magic ring for protection. When Aladdin wrings his hands in despair, he accidentally rubs the ring, and poof, a second genie appears. This is the genie of the ring, a lesser but still powerful spirit who helps Aladdin escape the cave, lamp in hand. So, there were two genies all along. Back home, Aladdin's mother is cleaning the old lamp to sell it for food when she rubs it. And out comes the iconic all-powerful genie of the lamp. This genie is less of a wisecracking friend and more of a powerful, obedient servant. There are no rules about not bringing people back from the dead or making people fall in love. His power is virtually unlimited. Using the genie's power, Aladdin doesn't just want to win the princess's heart. He becomes obscenely wealthy overnight. He sends his mother to the Sultan with trays of priceless jewels to ask for the princess's hand. And who is this princess? Her name isn't Jasmine, it's Princess Badr-el-Badur, which translates to full moon of full moons. Now, here's where it gets really scandalous. The Sultan initially agrees to the marriage but then goes back on his word and marries the princess off to the vizier's son. Is Aladdin heartbroken? Oh, he's more than heartbroken. He's vengeful. On the wedding night, Aladdin commands the genie to kidnap the newlyweds right out of their bed. He has the genie transport the bed to his house, dump the terrified groom outside in the cold, and then he gets into bed with the princess. The story is careful to say he lays his sword between them as a symbol that he won't touch her. But he spends the entire night in bed next to a terrified Badr-el-Badur while her husband shivers outside. He does this for 2 nights in a row until the groom is so traumatized he begs the Sultan to annul the marriage. It's a pretty shocking and creepy power move, a far cry from the romantic A Whole New World carpet ride. With the competition out of the way, Aladdin marries Princess Badr-el-Badur. He has the genie build them a palace so magnificent it outshines the Sultan's own. But the story isn't over. The evil sorcerer from Africa learns that Aladdin is alive and has the lamp. He travels back to China, and his plan for revenge is devious. He disguises himself as a merchant, walking the streets and shouting, "New lamps for old Princess Badr-el-Badur," not knowing the old lamp is magical. Thinks she is doing a good deed and trades Aladdin's magic lamp for a shiny new one. The sorcerer immediately gets the lamp and wishes the entire palace, along with the princess, to his home in Africa. When Aladdin returns to find his wife and palace gone, the Sultan is furious and threatens to execute him. Using the lesser genie of the ring, Aladdin transports himself to Africa, finds the princess, and together they hatch a plan. The princess pretends to be charmed by the sorcerer, invites him to a feast, and slips a sleeping potion into his drink. Once he's unconscious, Aladdin takes his sword and, well, let's just say the sorcerer doesn't wake up. Problem solved. But wait, there's more. The evil sorcerer had an even more evil brother. This brother, also a powerful magician, learns of his sibling's demise and travels to China for revenge. His plan is even stranger. He finds a beloved holy woman named Fatima, disposes of her, and then disguises himself as her, wearing her clothes. Fatima then goes to Aladdin's palace, where the princess, thinking she's a holy person, welcomes her. The disguised sorcerer tells the princess that her magnificent palace is missing one thing: the egg of a giant bird called Aroc hung from the center of the dome. The princess, wanting her palace to be perfect, asks Aladdin to get one. Aladdin, forgetting all his past lessons, summons the genie of the lamp and makes the demand. For the first time, the genie gets angry. He reveals that the ROC is his master, and such a request is a grave insult that could get them both destroyed. He also tells Aladdin that this terrible idea came from the sorcerer's brother in disguise. Warned just in time, Aladdin goes to Fatima's chambers, pretends to have a headache, and when the sorcerer leans in to heal him, Aladdin pulls out a hidden dagger and ends the final threat. From then on, Aladdin and Princess Bedrulbudur lived happily ever after, eventually inheriting the throne. So, there you have it. The original Aladdin was a lazy troublemaker from China. There were 2 genies, a terrifying wedding night kidnapping, and 2 different evil sorcerers. It's a wild, morally ambiguous tale of unchecked power and revenge. While Disney gave us a heartwarming romance, the original story is a fascinating look at a much darker, more complex world. It makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden in our favorite fairy tales. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the twisted origins of beloved stories, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments which fairy tale you want me to investigate next. See you in the next video.